So now you know what design is. The thing is, there's no one way of doing this. There are different styles and art forms in which you can express your idea and communicate your thoughts. In this class, I'm going to take you through the first 4 styles. The first one being visual identity, the second one being marketing and advertising, the third one being user interface, and the fourth one being publication. First, let's start with visual identity design. Now, what is a brand? A brand is basically the relationship between a business, an organization, with its audience. A brand identity, on the other hand, are elements, are tools that are used to communicate between the brand and its audience. That's basically what we're communicating is the emotions, the memories, what the brand is about, what they're trying to sell, what they're trying to pass across. Now, these elements, these identity elements, help transfer that message or communicate that message from the brand to the audience. As a visual identity designer, your job is basically to create these elements like fonts, imagery, types, and all this to help pass this message. Visual designers are skilled in a couple of things. One being logo design, all forms of logo design, typography, that's the use of typefaces, fonts to create or tell a story, and layout. Now, as a visual identity designer, it's key to master these things so that you'll be able to tell your story effectively. 2. Marketing and advertising design. Most people think that designers only create posters and billboard ads. No. As much as we do that, that's just one style of design, and it's one of the most popular. Now, advertising and marketing designers basically create elements to help market a product or push an ad or information. That's why you see them do lots of billboards and posters and all these elements with one core mission to help sell a product or an idea. So in this, they will need to be vast in typography, copywriting, layout and font, and also colors, because it's very key to understand this thing to help attract the kind of people or audience your brand is trying to attract. So to the third one, user interface. Now, a user interface is how a user interacts with a device. A user interface designer's job is basically to make the interaction of a user and their device easy and user-friendly. Now, as a user interface designer, there are key things you need to learn here. First is wireframing and layout. You need to understand how to position all the elements you need to run this interface effectively. Secondly, you need to understand the basic and fundamentals of colors and types and shapes and how to use them in telling your story or help your user navigate the interface with ease. Again, I remember, should be user friendly. Fourth, we have the magazine and publication design style. Now, the designer here basically creates elements like the brochures, the magazines you see, basically any print media out there. His key role here is to make sure that the user finds it easy to read or access the information he's trying to display. Now, the key styles he has to know or master is one, wireframing. Yes, I know I've said wireframing a lot here, but it's a fundamental style that you cannot outgrow. It's something key that helps in knowing what and where to place certain elements to help tell the story. Another key thing he needs to know is the colors. He needs to know his colors at the back of his palm. Good colors, the right colors to use to bring everything to life. Also, he needs to understand typography and fonts. Knowing the right font to use where and when helps the whole big deal. And lastly, imagery. It's everything. The right image will help tell your story in the best way possible. And he needs to understand what image to use where and when, what size, when not to use an image, and all that. And basically that's his job. So now in the next class, I'm going to take you through the remaining 4 styles of design and also the key skills you have to know or master to be good at them. I'll see you in the next class.